Hey guys! Before we start the video, I just want to say thank you so much for the incredible support on my last video. That's kind of why I'm making a part 2 right now. The sub count went up a ton. The amount of views and likes it got and comments were just crazy. Thank you so much. Okay, let's get into the actual video. So in our last video, we covered the new Total Drama cast and the old Total Drama cast. And you know, who would be friends with who, what relationships they would have. And I got a lot of comments that I didn't cover certain people, that some of these relationships are so obvious. So, first of all, Katie and Sadie and Gwen and Raj would probably be friends. Okay, starting with Lindsay. Lindsay, I could see her getting along with Julia really well. But I think there's kind of a divide. I can imagine them being best friends, but I think Julia would eventually throw Lindsay under the bus. Like, she's friends with her, but when it comes to the game, she doesn't really care that much about her. Kinda like she got Heathered again from season 1. Next up, we are going to talk about Gwen. Now, Gwen, I could see being friends with Scary Girl, but then she would be like, wait, you're actually, like, insane. Like, at first, she'd be like, oh, you're cool, like, we have the same style, but then she'd be like, no, you're actually, like, not okay. I could see her being friends with Priya, maybe, because they're both kind of nice, because while Gwen has, like, a scary exterior, she's really nice on the inside. You know, I could see her being friends with Emma, but no, actually, no, she'd be really annoyed by Emma. I could see her trying to be friends with her, but then being like, I can't stand her anymore, and then she'd have to, like, drop her as a friend. And maybe she'd be like, you know, I don't really trust MK. Next up, we have Jeff. Jeff would definitely be best friends with Wayne. You know they'd be best friends. You know, they'd still have no idea what is going on strategy-wise. Probably get out, like, pre-merge or just in the merge. We had Jeff, Wayne, and Raj would be, like, a power trio. I could see Jeff getting Z and Ripper kind of in the mix. Maybe not Damien, because he's not, like, hype enough. And, you know, maybe Caleb, if we actually got to see a little bit more of his personality. And I'm going to finish it off with Chase. He'd definitely like Chase. And he'd definitely be on the Chase or Emma side. He'd definitely be, like, Team Chase. So probably try to get with Julia if, like, Bridget, if he wasn't with Bridget still. And if they were the same, like, age. Yeah, because he's, like, 30 now and she's 16. We have Bridget. I could see Bridget getting along with Priya and Millie, but I think she would hate absolutely every other girl here. She'd be like, Michelle's a celebrity. I don't think Bridget really cares that much about the celebrity life. Julia, she'd be like, she's so, like, fake. I don't like her. Emma, I think she'd be like, she's kind of scary. She has, like, anger issues. And then Scary Girl is just insane. And Bridget is, like, very calm and level-headed. For guys, I think Bridget would like Chase at first, but then be like, wait, he's so weird. She'd be in love with Caleb. And, you know, she'd like Wayne, Z, and Damien, and Raj. We have the 2-time Total Drama winner, Ezekiel. I think everyone would hate him in this cast. I think the people he could get along with the best is, like, Ripper and then possibly Scary Girl. They could, like, go into crimes together. And this is from the perspective that Ezekiel hasn't become, like, feral, and he's not, like, a monster. Next up, we have Duncan. Now, Duncan, I think, would love Axel. He'd be like, wow, she's so, like, different and alone. And I think she'd love him. Axel would try to hide it at first. It'd be very similar to, like, Duncan and Courtney, where they both like each other, but not tell each other. Besides that, I think Duncan would get along with Ripper pretty well, Chase, Z. I think he'd kind of, like, have a love-hate relationship with Julia, where he'd make fun of her and she'd make fun of him, but they'd both, like, be friends. And Priya would be very scared of him. Like, she would not want to go near him because that's just not how she was raised. And he's very, like, scary. Millie, I think, would definitely, like, kind of stay away, but she'd be friends with him, too. So after that, we have Harold. Harold, I could see him getting along with Scary Girl, but then not, like, temporarily. I think Harold and Z would be a great combo because they really don't care about, like, social lives as much. I think Wayne and Raj should kind of make fun of him a little, but maybe start to like him near the end. Damien would, like, be friends with him, but he wouldn't actually, he'd just be, like, nice to him, but he wouldn't want to be friends with him. And with girls, I think he could get along with MK until she, like, stole his stuff, and he'd be like, gosh, or something like that. He would try to get along with Emma, and then Emma would pretend, and then she'd be like, why is this guy talking to me? Please leave. Yeah, I think he wouldn't be the most popular in this cast. We have Justin, and I could see a funny storyline where it's like Justin and Caleb are fighting over Nichelle, and then, like, Nichelle choosing, like, Z in the end. Next up, we have Alejandro. Alejandro, he would try to get the ladies. Again, same with Justin. I think him and Caleb kind of a rivalry, but he would like end up shutting down Caleb quickly. I think Julia would definitely be like, Alejandro, like, get on my story, like, make me famous. With guys, I think he would totally just control all of them. I think Bowie would be able to, like, stand up to Alejandro, and he'd fight back, similar to Heather in World Tour, and he'd definitely be able to get everyone, all the guys, except for Bowie and Damien. I could see trying to fight back, but, like, Ripper, Z, Wayne, and Raj, like, they're all gonna fall under a spell. With Sierra, I think that there's a high possibility if she goes on the show, she and Chase would really hit it off, and I'm being dead serious. I think Chase would either like genuinely like her and like that he has like a stalker, and he could be like, oh, come like live in this house with me and like make me famous on like YouTube or whatever. And then she'd definitely want to do that, and then he'd love it. He'd be getting views from her being crazy, and she just is crazy and loves to be crazy. With the girls, she would be like, Nichelle's not that cool. Like, she wasn't even on Total Drama. Like, why do you guys think she's cool? I think that could be kind of fun, where like she's obsessed with all Total Drama celebrities, but she doesn't care about like the world famous celebrity. Sierra wouldn't really care about Caleb. I think she'd find like Damien too boring. She'd probably be like a Chase, a Z, and a Scary Girl super fan. And probably like honestly, she's probably like a Julia and Bowie super fan, like the real life community is. She'd probably be like, oh my gosh, you guys were so iconic. I'm trying to imagine like 2020 Sierra, which is like crazy, like stan Twitter kind of girl. But yeah. Next up, almost forgot about her. We have Beth. No hate to Beth, I just legitimately almost forgot about her. Beth, I don't know. She'd definitely be in love with Caleb like everyone else. She'd definitely be obsessed with Nichelle. I think her and Emma could hit it off as friends. She'd try to approach Axel, but then Axel would be like, get away from me. Her, Priya, and Millie could all be friends. Definitely would stay away from Scary Girl. I think she would also really like Chase, you know? I think Beth and Chase could hit it off, but Chase would be using her for like views and stuff, and she would feel really like hurt by that. Yeah, I could see Beth trying to get with Chase though, and then failing like miserably. And I think lastly, the most like hated person in Total Drama ever, we have Blamey. Now Blamey and Nichelle would like beef so hard, and it would be so funny. Because Nichelle's definitely more famous than Blamey, but Blamey would be like, I'm more famous than you. And then Nichelle would be like, no, I don't think so. And they would definitely like get into these like social media fights. And I could see like Julia being like, no, I'm the most famous. And then they'd both like look at her and be like, shut up, Julia, you have 2 followers. I could see Blamey, again, like if everyone was the same age, her trying to get with Caleb for sure, obviously. Because she wants to be with another like celebrity. And Caleb's probably pretty famous. She'd probably be like, ooh, Ripper's disgusting, MK's a thief, like, Z's weird, but she likes Chase because he's a celebrity, and she'd probably love Bowie. Her and Bowie would probably become best friends, just destroying everyone else, and they'd think, like, they were on top of the game, but then they both have, like, a massive oversight, where, like, there'd be a double elimination, and they'd both get voted out by, like, Julia or something. I'm just Team Julia no matter what, guys. Like, I'm Team Julia and Heather, like, no matter the circumstances. Okay, I was about to, like, film the outro. I totally forgot Justin existed. I hope I don't forget anyone else, because I don't want to have to do part 3 where I cover, like, one person. Did I just say Justin? I meant Tyler. See, I just forgot Tyler existed again. Okay. Tyler would be absolute best friends with Chase and Z. Tyler is Chase and Z combined with a little bit of Wayne. So Tyler, Chase, and Z, and Wayne would all be, like, best friends, right? Tyler would try to impress Emma. I think he would be trying to go over Emma. Like, he'd be best friends with Chase, and then he'd be like, oh, you dated her? That's super cool. Like, how do I date her? And then Chase would be like, what are you talking about? And then Tyler would just try. He'd definitely fail a lot, like he did with Lindsay. And I think, you know, he has good intentions, but it's Tyler. Like, he's not going to succeed. He'd be like, you know, Caleb isn't that good looking. Like, he's kind of overrated, guys. And then Emma would be like, no, he's not overrated. And then Tyler would be like, but like, what about me? Like, am I overrated? And then she'd be like, I'm gonna leave. And then he'd be like, oh. With that is the whole Total Drama Island and Total Drama Island 2023 cast. Those names are so confusing. But I hope you guys enjoyed this 2-part series. If you haven't seen the first part, I'll leave the link for the episode in the end card. And if you guys want to see me do this with like Total Drama Revenge of the Island, Total Drama Pocketeo, Total Drama Redonkulous Race casts, let me know in the comments below. And thank you so much for the support. As I said in the beginning of this video, it has been insane how many views and subscribers I've been getting, and I appreciate each and every one of you so much. Thank you!